Hello all, hello, and welcome everybody to Council of Bees Motivational Space. Very excited to have you all this evening on this live show. Um, if this is your first time on this channel, I say a very big welcome to you. You will absolutely love it here. So we are here, we are family, we love each other, we look after each other, we support each other, we share very vital information, we talk about health, life in general, um, you know, and share information that can spur us to be the best version of ourselves. So if you're new here, welcome and join the family. And if you are a first time subscriber, I say a big shout out to you. And equally, if you're my returning subscriber, I say thank you. You know, you've always got my heart. So thank you all for joining this session tonight. And tonight we are going to be talking about something really important, really key. And this is looking after your mind. So being kind to your own mind. You know, we're going to look at 10 ways or 10 things you can do to look after your mental health. Your mental health is absolutely important. Your mental health is key. If your mental health is not in order, then you cannot do any other thing. So you need to look after your mental health in order to carry out all the other activities that you have. You need to be able to take care of your mental health in order for you, you know, to just go about your daily activities. Now think about those times when you've probably been in a low mood. You've not been able to do your activities because you're feeling low, you're probably having mood swings, you know, nothing seems to excite you at all. If you think about all those moments and the things you were not able to do because your mental health was very unstable, then you will know that looking after your mental health is key, is absolutely key. So we're going to start with the very first thing that you have to do to look after your mental health. And honestly, this, I'm going to say this as the very first thing, because without this, then every other thing I'm going to say, you know, would have no backing, will have no bearing, will have no standing. And that is, you know, trusting God. In everything, you must trust God. No matter what is happening to you, no matter the situation, you know, it is only when you trust God that even if you're in the worst situation, you find yourself, you know, like Jonah in the fish or the belly of a fish, or you find yourself in that deep valley where you feel like, you know, I can't get out of this. How do I get out of this? It is only when you trust God, when in those difficult moments, you still have hope. You know, imagine if you live life without hope of tomorrow, then what are you living for? Imagine if you live your life without, you know, believing that the things you hope to achieve will definitely come to pass. So the very first thing is to trust God, is to believe in God, is to be hopeful. Because if you live your everyday life trusting God and hoping for the best, you know, no matter what stands your way, you tell yourself that it's only going to get better. And if you have that kind of mindset, you know, you condition your mind in such a way that you are prepared for whatever comes. And honestly, when you trust God, even the Bible says it, that He gives us peace that surpasses all understanding. He gives us peace that surpasses all understanding. So just imagine, if you have Him, if you have God, and if you trust God, He gives you peace that surpasses all understanding. And if you have peace, that's what your mind needs. That's what your mental health needs. No matter what, you find your peace in Christ. So that's first thing on our list of 10 today that you have to do, you have to embrace if you intend to have a very stable mental health. Number two is you must accept who you are. You need to accept who you are. If you accept who you are, then nobody can tell you otherwise. Many a times, you know, our mental health is so affected because we wait for people to tell us who we are. We wait for people to decide who we are. We wait for people to describe who we are. You have to be able, you know, to know who you are and to accept who you are, who God has created and has made you to be. You need to love yourself for you, because nobody is going to do that for you, trust me. We find people whose mental health is so unstable because you are blown away by the slightest thing you hear about you. And you accept what people say about you because you've not even defined your own self. So if somebody tell you today, oh my God, I don't like the dress you're wearing. Oh, it looks very odd on you. Or, you're not beautiful enough, or you're not handsome enough, or, all these things people or words people use to describe others or label others, and you accept that as your reality, then it will become your reality. It will become your reality. But if you accept you for you, no matter what anybody says, it's got nothing on you at all, because you know who you are, you know your worth, and accepting who you are helps to build your self-confidence. It really does. It boosts your self-esteem, which is very good for your mental health. Because if somebody says, oh, I don't like your skin tone. Oh my God, really? Oh, I love my skin tone. And you know what? Thousands of people have told me that they love my skin tone. So I'm sorry, you're the only one who doesn't like my skin tone. So it doesn't really matter if it's one out of 1,000, and with that you walk away. And I tell you, whatever that person said has got nothing on you. You walk away feeling fulfilled. That's because you've accepted who you are. So you need to accept you for you. And that has a big role to play as far as your mental health is concerned. So never forget that. Point number 2. So point number 1, we said, first of all, you must trust God. You must embrace God, because this helps you, to be hopeful and to go through life no matter the challenges that comes your way. It's very good for your mindset if you condition your mind that way. And we've talked about point number 2, which is accepting you for you. Accepting you for you. Okay, so point number 3 is you must learn to have a break. You must learn to take a break. Honestly, it gets so overwhelming sometimes, and you find yourself doing so many things. I can say that for me, because there are times when I feel like, oh, I'm doing too much and I just need to take a break. I just need to slow down with some things, put some other things on hold, and probably focus on some things that are really important. So sometimes you need to take a break. And it could be a break of 5 minutes, it could be a break of a day, it could be 1 week, it could be a month. It just depends on the situation you find yourself in. So sometimes you need to take a break. I mean, if you're at work and it becomes so overwhelming and you realize that, oh, this is really affecting you, it's affecting your mental health, you can take 5 minutes, just sit down, cool off, have a bit of a reflection, and then be ready to go again. If you need a day, take a day off for yourself. Take a day off for yourself. Take a day off for yourself and take care of yourself. Just rest, just relax, and do the things that really matter to you. So that's point number 3. You need to take a break. We live in a world that's so difficult. It's really tough now, and everybody is facing one challenge or the other. I bet you everybody is facing one challenge or the other. So if you learn to take those short breaks sometimes, it really plays or has an important role to play as far as your stabilizing your mental health is concerned. Point number 4. So what is the 4th thing you can do in 2022 to take care of your health, of your mental health? You need to eat well. You need to eat well. No matter what is happening, please don't starve yourself, because it's not going to change anything. You see sometimes when you are faced with all these difficult moments, all these difficult times, some people would either overeat or undereat, or excuse me, some people find themselves drinking, excessively. If you do all of these things, the problem stays there, it doesn't go anywhere. So you need to take care of yourself. See, your brain, our brain needs you know the good nutrients, our body needs that, and our vital organs need that as well. So we need to be able to eat well, to fit well. So don't undereat, don't overeat. You need to watch what you eat. You need to learn to adopt a healthy diet. A healthy diet makes a healthy brain, it makes a healthy mental health as well. So look at what you're eating today. There's this saying we have back in my home country, and it's very common. I'm going to say it in pidgin language because it makes a lot of sense when you say it in pidgin English. So I say, no matter, thing where they do you, you must chop first. So no matter the way they do you for this life, you must chop first. So it's just a funny say. It's like, no matter what is happening to you, no matter what you're going through. I mean, honestly, everybody's going through their own difficult moments. You're not the other one, but you need to take care of yourself, because nobody is going to take care of yourself for you. So eat first. Okay, look after your health, look after your mental health. Okay, that's point number 4. Point number 5 is you need to exercise regularly as well. No matter how little it is, on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, you need to try and exercise. Exercise is very good for the brain, it's very good for the body in general. It helps you to sleep better. It just makes you feel better. Sometimes you could be excessively stressed. A little jog, a little run, really relieves you of that stress. I know I spoke to, I've had people even say, oh, when I swim, I feel really relief, I feel really relaxed. Yes, because even swimming in itself is an exercise. So it could be something that you really love. It could even be a hobby, which is exercise in a way. And if you engage in that weekly, it has a very big effect on your mental health. So exercising is also very important. So you need to try and adopt exercise on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, or whatever works for you based on your schedule. Would be important for you to engage in exercise. So that's point number 5. So we move on to point number 6. So 10 things or 10 ways you can look after your mental health in 2022. So point number 6 would be for you to just care for others. Honestly, there's this joy that comes with caring for other people. There's this fulfillment that you get for just loving others, caring for others, and it has a very, very, very big role to play on your it has a role to play on your mental health. So when you care for others, when you look after others, your own mental health is affected positively. I go back again to the Bible, because every answer we need, everything we need is found in the Bible. If we go to the book of Mark, where it says, we need to love our neighbors as we love ourselves. God understood that principle, because if you love your neighbor as you love yourself, whatever you do to your neighbor, you think about, all right, if I'm doing this thing to my neighbor, it's same like if I can do this for myself, this good thing for myself, I can do it to the next person. It has a way of just affecting your mental health. I remember someone told me once, I was trying to sort out some documents, and this is what he said to me. He said, Blessing, forget about that, forget about doing this for yourself. Just think of some other person you can pray for, who is in need of this particular thing as well, and you will feel fulfilled, and you would watch and see what would happen with regards to your own need. And that was what I did exactly. I put myself aside and I decided to look after some other person, pray for that person, and in the end I had so much peace and joy. I didn't even realize what it was doing to my mental health until I sat and I reflected about the whole thing, and I thought, oh my God, really. So just learn to care for other people, just learn to look after other people. There's no point in hating, there's no point in trying to negatively compete with other people, there's no point with not forgiving. So we need to let go of some of these things if we really 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 want to have a stable mental health. So it's really important. So that's point number 6 on our list of 10 on some of the ways we can look after mental health in 2022. So we move on to point number 7. Sometimes you just need to change environment. Honestly, changing environment has got its place. Some people, you've been in one place for so long, you just need to move. You're feeling so depressed, you're feeling down, you're feeling low, things are not moving in this place. What can I do? Move, change. Honestly, if it's not moving, change. If one place is not working out, you need to move. For your own mental health, for your own sake, you need to move. Okay. And honestly, it could be changing environment, could also be changing your friends set, the friends in your circle. If you have friends that don't motivate you, that don't encourage you, that don't tell you the truth, or would support you to be the best of who you are, I mean, why would you have them in your circle anyway? If you have friends who only discourage you, who will not tell you the truth, who will not help you be the best version of yourself, why do you have them in your circle? So changing environment can also be, um, looking at your friendship cycle, and deciding to cut off those people that don't help your mental health in any way. You have friends who, instead of encouraging you, supporting you, helping you to be the best, will mock you, will tell you how you cannot do it, will tell you how, you cannot achieve that goal, you cannot do that, you cannot do this. So why have them in the first place? So it may be changing your friendship environment, it may be physically changing location, because this has got a very big role as well, on our mental health. Okay, so if you need to change environment, then please, by all means, you need to move. So that's point number 7. So we're going to move on to the 8th thing you need to do in 2022 to look after your mental health. So the 8th point on our list today is keeping in touch. So nobody is an Iceland. Honestly, nobody is an Iceland. So sometimes, as you go along your different activities, or your daily activities, try to keep in touch with family, with those friends that would support you, those friends, that really understand your day-to-day activities. They understand your daily struggles. They can be there to encourage you from time to time. It's really important. Everybody needs somebody. You cannot live as an island. So you need to keep in touch regularly. And keeping in touch could also be with those things that really help you to boost your self-confidence again, and your esteem, or to just stabilize your mental health whenever you are probably in a low mood, or you feel really low and down in mood. For example, it could be keeping in touch with your faith, which of course you should be in touch with all the time, connecting more with your God and all of that. So just learn to keep in touch with those things that really really matter. Okay, so that's the 8th thing we must do in 2022 to look after our mental health. Now the 9th thing we must do in 2022 to look after our mental health is asking for help. Honestly, we need to ask for help when it gets too much. There are people that will bottle up, will keep quiet, will die in silence, will not say a word to anybody. You just cannot live your life like that. And you deteriorate every day because you're not able to open up and ask for help. You need to be able to open up, ask for help, share your feelings, just share your feelings. And again, remember, it's not just doing this with anybody. I've talked about having friends in your circle that would really support you. So you need to be able to talk to those people. If you need help, if you need support, everybody needs help. I mean, show me a man who has never asked for help. Show me one person who has never been in need before, then I will show you a liar. because that person will be a liar. Everybody needs help. So if it gets too much sometimes, if it becomes so overwhelming, if you cannot manage that situation, speak to somebody, share your feelings, because when you let those things out, when you let out the negative energy and you have people that can support you, that can encourage you, you create room to be able to feed yourself with positive energy. Because if you bottle up all those negative things, the challenges, the thoughts, all those things in you, there's no room for any good thing to come back in. So you need to let those negative things go away, for other good things to come. So by talking to others, by asking for help, by asking for support, you give room for better opportunities to come your way. If nobody knows what you're going through, nobody knows how to support you. Nobody. And you might sit, grumbling within yourself, oh, these people don't even understand, nobody's even helping me. How do you expect them to know if you are not sharing, your feelings or your concerns with others? So please, if you need help, absolutely ask for help. It's not a sign of weakness, it is a sign of strength. For somebody to be able to say, oh, at this point in time I'm really in need, can you please give me a lending hand? That is a sign of strength. It is not a sign of weakness at all. So please don't let anybody derail you in 2022 from those things that would help you, to have a stable mental health. And the 10th thing or the 10th thing on our list today that would help you, look after your mental health, it's one of the things I've really talked about, which is just being able to express yourself, just being able to share, your concerns with people, speak to your feelings. I mean, this is basically, it's not even sharing with others, it's you speaking to your own feelings. Sometimes you get this negative, what we call NAT, negative automatic thoughts come into your head, telling you you're not good enough, you're not worthy, you're a loser, you're incapable, you cannot achieve this, you cannot achieve that. No, you need to learn to speak to your feelings. You need to be able to tell yourself, I'm good enough, I'm the best version of who God made me to be. You need to be able to tell yourself, I'm going to go out there and I'm going to kill it, I'm going to do it big time. I'm just going to be the best of who God has made me to be, without letting those negative automatic thoughts take the best version of, or the best part of you. So you are unique. You must remember that you are unique in your own self, which goes back to one of the things we've talked about, accepting who you are. So when you accept who you are, again, you are able to speak to your feelings, you're able to speak to those negative thoughts that come your way, and you push them aside and you tell yourself, no, I am blessing, I am the best of who I am, I know I can do this, I've got the ability to do it, I've got the strength to do it, and I can absolutely do it. So those are the 10 things you need to do in 2022 if you intend to have a great, amazing, fantastic mental health. So I hope this is helpful. And you know what, your mental health is your wealth. If your mental health is not stable, then I bet you cannot do any other thing. So make sure to take charge of your health today. Make sure to make your mental health your priority and just look after yourself. So that's it for tonight. I hope you stay tuned to this channel and look forward to other videos and live shows that we'll be bringing to you. It's going to be amazing in the days ahead. And if you didn't know, Cancel B's motivational space, we have something big coming in the days ahead. So stay tuned, and we are always here to give you the best of what we have got to offer. So good night to you all, and from me to you, it's bye bye.